नमस्कार दोस्तों और जय हिंद। आप सभी को स्वागत है इन माय चैनल 1971 वॉर बुक सीरीज। तो दोस्तों, आपने तो फ्यूरी मूवी देखे ही होंगे, जहां पे ब्रैड पिट हैज डन हिज एक्सेप्शनल एक्टिंग, showing how he with his Sherman tank and his brave crew had held up German offensive attacks on his own lone single tank that was damaged somewhere in Germany, I would say. I hope you loved this movie on the exceptional armor operations during the World War II times. लेकिन दोस्तों, हमारे खुद के देश भारत में भी ऐसे बहुत सारे हीरोज हैं who did exceptionally well, who got into situations like this during the 1971 Bangladesh Liberation War, fighting to save a trapped country under Pakistani military occupation. This thing, such a brave last stand, almost like a last stand of a lone Indian PT 76 tank, happened very close to Khulna city during the last phases of the 1971 war. And one of the officers जिनके टैंक के साथ ये हुआ था, उनका नाम है मेजर AK गुलाटी. So आज directly from Major AK Gulati, who retired from the Indian Armed Forces, as Brigadier AK Gulati, who commanded Bravo Squadron of the 45 Cavalry Regiment during the Bangladesh operations. आज वो हमारे साथ खुद के एक्सपीरियंसेस के बारे में बात करेंगे. So let's welcome Brigadier AK Gulati to our program today.
I'm from 45 Cavalry. During the 1971 operations, I was B Squadron Commander.
Okay.
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 Earlier on, I was posted at in College of Combat Mau
Mm-hmm.
as Directing Staff Junior Command Wing.
Okay.
After Garipur, when 45 Cavalry suffered casualties,
Mm-hmm.
on 26th November, I received orders to report to the regiment.
Okay. This was in November 1971, after 21st November.
Yeah, on 26th November 71,
Mm-hmm.
I received a posting order back to the regiment.
Okay.
Earlier on, I was squadron commander and adjutant of the regiment.
Acha.
I reached Bayara Bulge, where the regimental headquarters was,
Mm-hmm.
on 30th of November.
Okay.
And on 1st of December,
Mm-hmm.
I moved to area east of Chogacha,
Acha.
where my squadron was.
Bravo
The
Squadron,
squadron-
right, sir?
Prior to this,
Okay.
one troop was in general area Borinda,
Mm-hmm.
that is west of Borinda. We had not captured.
Mm-hmm.
Another troop was to its south.
Okay.
These two troops were with 350 Infantry Brigade of 9 Div.
Okay.
Third troop moved northeast of Chogacha toward Dakshin Sagar side.
Dakshin Sagar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now this was a situation between 23rd and 29th of November.
Okay. So I have a
350
question,
Brigade.
sir. I have a question. Did your B Squadron take part in any action after the Battle of Garipur? I mean, after that time.
Yeah. Between 23rd and 29th,
Mm-hmm.
350 made attempt to capture Borinda twice.
Okay.
My two troops, that is number 1 and number 4 troops, were sporting.
Okay.
But these two attempts failed.
Acha.
The battalions were 1 Jack rifle and 4 Sikh.
Okay.
They tried to capture Borinda, but both times they failed.
Okay.
We moved a troop to north of Chogacha. This posed threat to Chogacha.
Mm-hmm.
And Pakistan 107 Infantry Brigade,
Mm-hmm.
which had a company and some other elements at Chogacha,
Mm-hmm.
they withdrew.
Okay.
Now, the actions of 9 Dev were after establishing the initial bridgehead
Mm-hmm.
area east of Bara in general area of Garibpur
Okay.
from 22nd November till 29th November, we enlarged the bridgehead
Okay.
so that the other troops could move in.
Mm-hmm.
So when I reported there on 1st, it was decided to concentrate my squadron for further action east of Chogacha.
Acha.
All the three troops pulled back and we concentrated in area east of Chogacha for further action.
Okay.
For next 2 days, we carried out reconnaissance.
Okay.
The war had not broken out.
Mm-hmm.
On 3rd of December, when, as you know, the war broke out
Mm-hmm.
and we got orders to move in.
Okay. So you were still in Chogach at that time, right, sir?
Yeah.
Okay.
Area Durga Barkati
Durga Barkati. Two Sikh went in for the attack. Two Sikh LI.
was occupied. It was known to us. It is occupied by Company Plus as a strong point, supported by arsenals and machine guns.
Okay.
Borinda was also occupied in a similar fashion,
Mm-hmm.
and so was further south Dhengargacha.
Chikargacha. Okay.
Chogacha had withdrawn.
Mm-hmm.
To the north, Arpara, it was reported it may be occupied, but we did not know anything more about it.
Okay.
The area of Borinda had lots of small rivulets, so movement was restricted.
Okay.
Whereas area north of road Chogacha Jaso was tankable country,
Okay.
better for tank operations.
Mm-hmm.
9 Dev planned to capture Durga Barkati. For this, it tasked 42 Infantry Brigade.
Okay.
42 Infantry Brigade had 3 battalions,
Mm-hmm.
14 Punjab,
Right.
which had earlier taken part in Garibpur operation,
Right. Right.
2 Sikhalai,
Mm-hmm.
and 19 MLI.
Okay. Maratha Light Infantry.
Yeah. I attended the O group of Brigadier Gharaya,
Okay.
and the operational plan was that when we advance, when we get the orders to advance,
Mm-hmm.
I'll be leading advance of 19 MLI
Okay.
and establish contact with Durga Barkati. In case Durga Barkati was not held, to press on towards Jasor.
Acha.
But the information was available that Durga Barkati is held.
Sir,
And-
I had a question. You were with 2 Sikh LI, so air support was also going to come in. That was
No.
promised, right? Promised,
Now
right,
I'll
sir?
just tell you.
Acha.
19 MLI,
Mm-hmm.
when we were about 1,200 yards short of Durga Barkati,
Okay.
we met an anti-tank ditch.
Acha, acha.
It was about 200 yards in width, in length,
Mm-hmm.
and we did little bit of probing to the right side, that is southward,
Okay.
and there we found defensive minefields.
Acha.
North of this area, we had various groves.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when we advanced, I advanced with 2 troops and squadron headquarters,
Okay.
giving 1 troop to Sikhalai.
Mm-hmm.
As per the plan, they were to move northwards and if possible, on orders, attack Durga Barkati from north.
Okay.
One troop I left behind
Mm-hmm.
in case 14 Punjab, which was moving towards Singhajoli.
Singajori. Okay.
Singhajoli. This troop was to link up with them if they required.
Acha.
Now, on 5th December,
Mm-hmm.
we advanced with 19 MLI
Okay.
in the morning. By about 10 o'clock, we met opposition at Durga Barkati
Acha.
and we carried out probing and reconnaissance, and we discovered defensive minefields to the south.
Mm-hmm.
Area northwards had groves,
Okay.
so we firmed in. With 5 tanks, I established a fire base.
Acha. So 5 tanks, sir. It's like 2 tanks, 1 squadron headquarters, and 3 tanks, 1 troop.
No, 2 tanks of squadron headquarters, that
Acha,
is
acha.
squadron commander, my 2IC,
Uh-huh.
and 1 tank troop.
Okay. And who was your squadron 2IC, sir?
Major Chakravarti, earlier on, who was squadron commander, he was junior to me, so he became my squadron 2IC.
Okay. Okay.
I had in all 13 tanks.
Acha.
Now, number 1 troop leader, Lieutenant Ravi Bhandari, moved with 2 Sikhalai
Hmm.
northwards,
Okay.
north of Durga Barkati.
Okay.
The task of this troop was to protect the northeastern flank of attacking troops when they formed in.
Okay.
These people moved in. Night 5th, 6th,
Mm-hmm.
confirmatory patrolling and reconnaissance was done.
Acha.
And it was planned that 2 Sikhalai will attack from north.
Hmm.
We will support from fire base.
Hmm.
And 14 Punjab will be reserved for
Okay.
this attack.
Okay.
This was the brigade plan. The HR was 7:30 in the morning on
Okay.
6th. But there was fog.
Hmm.
Prior to that, the objective was to be softened
Okay.
by RT.
Hmm.
We had the full complement of RT engaging Durga Barkati.
14 field, right, sir?
Mediums as well as field guns.
Okay.
Throughout the night, they continued their firing.
Okay.
And the objective was reasonably softened.
Mm-hmm.
In the morning, air effort was to come,
Mm-hmm.
engage enemy guns first,
Mm-hmm.
and thereafter engage Durga Barkati village.
Okay.
Because Durga Barkati was about 700 to 800 yards frontage village as we were looking at it from west to east,
Mm-hmm.
and it had thick grove.
Okay.
There were not many pakka houses, a few pakka houses, others were all kacha houses.
Acha, acha.
The air effort came at 9 o'clock. So the HR was delayed.
Okay.
First, they knocked off enemy guns. The gun position was further
Mhm.
away from Durga Barkati,
Mm-hmm.
general area Afra, Abdulpur side. And thereafter, they attacked Durga Barkati, and the objective was softened further.
Okay.
The attack went in by 2 Sikhalai at 1000 hours. They attacked from north to south.
Mm-hmm.
When the artificer and had lifted 5 tanks of my squadron, and in addition 5 more tanks, T-55 tanks of our Delta squadron
Acha, acha.
had also built up. They were squadron commander, their squadron 2IC, and one troop. So in the fire base, we had 10 tanks.
Okay.
With these 10 tanks, we shot in the infantry.
Acha.
Durga Barkati was captured by noon time, by around 12 o'clock. Now, after the capture of the objective, engineers came forward and they started creating. First, they made an infantry safe lane, and then a vehicle safe lane was created.
Okay.
Now, these lanes were created by late evening, nightfall. So it was planned to next morning, that is 7th morning, 7th December, it was planned that 32 infantry brigade with our Delta Squadron was incidentally squadron given to us by 63 Armored Regiment,
Acha, acha.
63 Cavalry.
63 cavalry. Okay.
63 Cavalry. One of their squadron was with us
Okay.
as our third squadron with 45 Cavalry in this sector. The plan was that Bravo Squadron will go through the safe lane and head for Jessore North.
Okay.
Northeast of airstrip. The objective given to me was not to cross the airstrip, and I was to enter Jessore from northeast.
Okay.
Whereas Delta Squadron with 32 Infantry Brigade, their task was to move along Chogacha Jessore Road
Acha.
and to the south of it.
Okay.
We started advancing about 7:30, 8 o'clock. We crossed the lanes.
This was on 6th or 7th of December, sir.
This is 7th of
7th
December.
of December. Okay.
Yeah.
By then, as far as I heard, Pakistanis had abandoned the Jessore garrison completely.
Pakistanis had abandoned Durga Barkati.
Mhm.
Burunda was also captured by us by then,
Okay.
because Charlie Squadron with 350 Infantry Brigade launched attack and they captured Burunda.
Okay.
And 14 Punjab had cleared Singajoli.
Okay.
There were some elements at Singajoli and Jagannathpur.
Jagannathpur. Okay.
These two places are north of Garibpur.
Okay.
Both these places were cleared. Now, I was supposed to pick up 14 Punjab from general area Gobila.
General area?
Gobila.
Kobila. Okay. Okay.
Okay. This
Okay.
is east of Durga Barkati.
Okay.
I picked up 14 Punjab by about 9:30. Their commanding officer was on my tank, Colonel R.K. Singh, who had fought the Garipur battle. I earmarked number 1 troop under Lieutenant Bhandari to lead the advance. They did not carry any infantry. The other tanks, I had 13 tanks that day. The other tanks all had about 30 to 32 soldiers.
Okay.
Last troop was to carry a company of infantry. This was Captain Satish Gupta's troop.
Captain Satish Gupta.
Yeah, he was one of my troop leader.
Okay.
His troop was last in the order of march.
Okay.
So complete 14 Punjab was carried piggyback,
Okay.
and we moved cross country. We met no opposition en route.
Mm-hmm.
The area was firm.
Mm-hmm.
Tanks went at full speed.
Mm-hmm.
When we entered Jessore cantonment from northeast, the cantonment was abandoned.
Okay.
We met no opposition. My leading troop had reached uh, the airstrip which was running south to north,
Okay.
and I asked him to stop there.
Mm-hmm.
10:30 he had entered Jessore.
Mm-hmm.
After about half an hour, the T-55s
Delta
of
Squadron.
Delta Squadron
Right.
with 32 Infantry Brigade, they also entered Jessore.
Mm-hmm.
They were west of the airstrip, and we were east of the airstrip.
Okay.
This was the situation at 1100 hours
Mm-hmm.
on 7th of December.
Okay.
There, we occupied our normal positions
Mm-hmm.
and waited for further orders. The squadron of Delta Squadron, was pulled back.
Acha.
Orders were received that they should report to the Western Theatre
Acha. Acha. Acha.
because the situation was getting little serious that side.
Right. Right.
So we shed Delta Squadron.
Mm-hmm. Because sir, as far as I
And,
know, Chamb में बहुत ज़्यादा fighting हो रहा था. Chamb sector. Western
Some sector was one place, and
Shakargarh.
Firozpur side was another place.
Mm-hmm.
Things were going little bad that side.
Right. Right.
So these tanks were pulled out,
Okay.
and they went away from us. We had not expended any tank ammunition.
Mm-hmm.
Even our diesel was okay,
Mm-hmm.
but we got no orders to move further.
Acha.
14 Punjab had secured the Jessore cantonment,
Mm-hmm.
and I put in harbor drill.
Okay.
My tank harbored there because there was no enemy there.
Mm-hmm.
My last troop under Captain Gupta,
Mm-hmm.
he was carrying an infantry company of 14 Punjab.
Acha.
He set this company on road bridge and rail bridge north of Jessore going towards Janida
Chinaida. Okay.
and Magura side.
Mm-hmm.
This company secured the bridge and stayed put.
Okay.
Captain Gupta linked up with me by about 3:30 in the afternoon, and the squadron was complete here.
Okay.
I got orders immediately to report to Commander 50 Para Brigade.
Para Brigade. Acha. Brigadier Matthew Thomas.
Yeah,
Okay.
his O group was at about 3:30, so I drove down in my Rover,
Mm-hmm.
met him, and I attended his O group.
Okay.
Para Brigade was inducted here.
7 and 8 para were here, I guess.
Yeah, 50 Para Brigade.
Ha.
So I met Brigadier Matthew Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
His plan was to contact Magura
Acha.
because Magura was very important in Fort Day when it had not fallen.
Mm-hmm.
And the Corps wanted Magura to fall, so Para Brigade was allotted.
Okay.
The Para Brigade less one battalion.
The 2 para was to be airdropped
Two
at
para
Tangail.
went for airdropping that side,
Mm-hmm.
north of Dhaka, towards
Tangail.
Tangail Bridge.
Right, right.
And 7 para and 8 para were with us.
Acha.
The plan was to advance up to Magura
Mm-hmm.
on road Jessore Magura, and to capture Magura as early as possible.
Okay.
On We advanced. This was 8th morning now
Okay.
when we resumed advance.
Mm-hmm.
We resumed advance at about 8 o'clock. In Bangladesh, there used to be fog in the morning.
Right, right.
Paratroopers, 7th Para Battalion was with me when I was leading the advance.
Acha.
I had 13 PT-76 tanks and 2 T-55 tanks.
15 tanks, lot of
Yes.
firepower.
Lieutenant Mishra, one of my troop leader,
Mm-hmm.
he collected T-55 tanks
Mm-hmm.
from ADR
Okay.
and joined me.
What is ADR, sir?
ADR is Armored Delivery Regiment. You see,
Okay.
tanks suffer casualties.
Mm-hmm.
So Armored Delivery Regiment comes up and delivers the tanks with crews.
Okay. Understood.
So 2 tanks had come to me,
Mm-hmm.
T-55s.
Mm-hmm.
So I had 15 tanks that day.
Acha.
Now, when we resumed the advance, PT-76 could move faster,
Mm-hmm.
and T-55, it weighs about 47 tons.
Medium tanks. They will
Yeah,
be
it's
slow.
a medium tank.
Right.
Its movement was slower,
Mm-hmm.
restricted. PT-76 weighs only 18 tons,
Right.
and it's a fast tank, and it can negotiate slightly boggy terrain easier.
Okay.
And it is an amphibious tank, it can float also.
Mm-hmm. Pipa. Right.
Yes. Yes, Pipa, the famous Pipa.
Right.
So what had happened, we contacted a place called Khajura.
Okay.
Colonel R.P. Singh of 7th Para was on my tank
Acha.
with his IO
Mm-hmm.
and his protection
Mm-hmm.
and radio operator and RTBC of Para Brigade,
Acha, acha.
Major D'Souza.
Okay. And he was the CEO of 7 Para, right, sir?
This was 7th Para.
Okay. Okay.
Colonel R.P. was the commanding officer.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when we hit Khajura, we drew fire.
Mm-hmm.
2 companies of 7th Para were launched
Okay.
from east to west.
Acha, acha.
An area west of Khajura had groves. Khajura itself was a big village. It had pakka houses,
Mm-hmm.
and this village was frontage, as we saw it, about 1,200 to 1,500 yards.
Okay.
It had a pakka school building.
Mm-hmm.
It was a biggest village in that area.
Acha, acha.
2 companies of 7 Para were launched from east to west.
Mm-hmm.
The attack was progressing, but fighting in built-up area is time-consuming and troublesome.
Okay.
So by about 12 o'clock,
Mm-hmm.
portion of the Khajura village was cleared. And while this was being done, I realized that we must outflank Khajura village with armor.
Okay.
So I tasked one troop of mine
Mm-hmm.
to outflank from east,
Acha.
because area in the west had various groves, and I found that may not be suitable for good tank movement.
Okay.
Even in the area in the east, I was not too sure how quick will be the movement, because that side I thought maybe there were some waterways.
Okay.
But this troop made good progress,
Mm-hmm.
and it outflanked Khajura.
Who was the troop commander, sir?
This was Risaldar Reddy of my
Okay.
squadron.
Okay.
Okay. I had kept Bhandari and Gupta
Mm-hmm.
for further action.
Okay.
Okay. A very fine JCO. He carried out the movement well.
Mm-hmm.
he reported that a few people, Pakistanis, in khaki dress are running back.
Acha.
So we thought maybe they have abandoned their position.
Okay.
But he saw only 5 to 8 soldiers.
Acha, acha, acha.
Now, 7 para was gradually capturing various areas, moving from house to house.
Mm-hmm.
They came across enemy fire from a school building. It was a Pakka school building.
Acha, acha.
That is where they lost one of their platoon commander, a very smart officer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
they lost that, and but actually, what I learned, there was a school had this wall,
Mm-hmm.
and he climbed the wall to enter school building, and that is where he was shot.
Okay.
The paratroopers did well.
Mm-hmm.
They were progressing. They captured school building,
Mm-hmm.
and they were moving ahead.
Okay.
Now the time was about 12:31.
Mm-hmm.
The commanding officer thought, since there's no fire coming, possibly his troops have captured Khajura.
Acha.
So he decided to move up.
Okay.
He went from western side.
Mm-hmm.
When he hit Khajura, as luck would have it, there was one bunker which was holding out, and it
Acha.
was a Pakka bunker.
Acha, acha.
And this bunker opened up. We lost the commanding officer, his IO, his signal operator, and one more chap,
4 guys
one
killed.
of his protection party.
Okay.
Major D'Souza came back to me. He ran back with his operator
Mm-hmm.
because he was a little behind.
Mm-hmm.
And he explained the situation to me. By this time, my two T-55s had also fetched up.
Okay.
So I asked Lieutenant Mishra
Mm-hmm.
to charge that bunker position because T-55 is a strong tank,
Mhm.
and we had not drawn any RCL fire, but there were some
Machine
small
gun fire.
RL fire and
Acha, acha.
5
RL
fire.
fire. Okay.
That is all that we had done.
Mm-hmm.
So he moved up, he churned up that bunker,
Mm-hmm.
and in that bunker, 3 Pakistani soldiers were killed.
Acha.
Overall, these 3 regulars were killed, others were all Razakars.
Acha, acha.
There were about 21 Razakars, 7 para killed.
Okay.
Khajura was captured.
Mm-hmm.
By this time, Brigadier Matthew Thomas came up
Mm-hmm.
and he saw the situation for himself.
Mm-hmm.
And since time was at premium, he immediately ordered 8 para
Mm-hmm.
with my squadron to advance towards Magura.
Acha.
CO 8 para, Colonel Afsar Karim came up.
Mm-hmm.
Incidentally, all these paras, we were not mounting them on the tanks.
Okay.
Only a few tanks had troops. Otherwise, they had their own transport and they had hired civilian trucks.
Acha, acha.
So we moved. Colonel Afsar Karim came
Mhm.
and his troops had also fetched up.
Mm-hmm.
We resumed advance at about 1:15, immediately after that.
Okay.
We had gone another 10 kilometers after crossing Magura, Khajura,
Khajura.
on way to Magura.
Mm-hmm.
This time was at about 3:30, 4 o'clock on 8th.
Mm-hmm.
Orders were received for Para Brigade to fall back. So Colonel Afsar Karim told me that they are going back and I should also fall back to Jessore. The reason was this: Magura had been captured by Alpha Squadron and Forte by then,
Right, right.
which was our objective.
Acha.
It had fallen. And Para Brigade was required in the western sector.
Acha.
And also Tangal,
Hmm.
which was their objective subsequently, that had also been captured by two para
Hmm.
by Colonel Pannu.
Colonel Pannu.
So this was the situation that day.
Hmm.
We fell back to Jasor.
Hmm.
By evening, I received orders that my 2IC with 6 tanks
Acha.
to move to Fordev sector
Okay.
because Alpha Squadron had met uh,
Casualties at Kushtia, I would say.
Kushtia had happened.
Tank
So
ambush.
to reinforce that sector, I sent my 2IC with 6 tanks.
Acha. Major Chakravarti, right, sir?
Major Chakrabarti.
Acha.
Okay. He took his 6 tanks and his operations, General Batra has already explained to you.
Hmm. Mostly, I think it was at Kamar Khali. Just, I mean, in
The
front of
Kamal
the-
Khali action
Uh-huh.
was, that is where B Squadron tanks crossed with, I think, 21 Rajput.
22 Rajput, sir.
22 Rajput.
21 was in the North Bengal
Yeah,
area.
I don't know much how things happened that side.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
Because soon after the battle, I stayed 4 or 5 days with the regiment at Suratgarh
Acha.
and then went back to the junior command wing at College of Combat because the courses had to begin.
Acha, acha, acha.
So I commanded the squadron only during the battle and for a few days more.
Acha.
Till I took the squadron up to Suratgarh.
Acha, acha. So now, sir,
Now, this
Jasor
is what
was
happened.
I mean, Jasor was captured by Bravo Squadron. Jasor ke baad, I mean, the
Now,
advance
what
was-
happened?
Uh-huh.
We fell back. We harbored in general area Jasor North.
Okay.
Next morning, we were replenished fully.
Mm-hmm.
And thereafter, after 1 day's rest, I was asked to establish a roadblock
Okay.
in general area, Daulatpur,
Daulatpur. Acha, acha. I mean,
north of Daulatpur,
it's close to Khulna cantonment.
behind Siramani position,
Acha, acha, acha.
with Commander 32 Infantry Brigade briefed me,
Acha.
Brigadier Tiwari.
Tiwari. Minto Tiwari.
Yes, for this, 7 Punjab less 2 companies
Okay.
and 6 of my tanks
Mm-hmm.
were tasked to establish a roadblock. And we were promised that medium guns will move up.
Okay.
11th morning, we started advancing from north of Damodar, Piprail,
Mm-hmm.
Mixi Mill, Aranghata.
Aranghata.
Now, at Aranghata, we met a river.
Acha.
It was a river about 30 to 40 meters wide.
Okay.
And when we contacted the river, there was one bridge on the road. This bridge was blown up.
Acha. Pakistanis.
And across the bridge,
Mm-hmm.
the village was occupied.
Okay.
We drew RCL fire and 5O fire.
Acha.
Lieutenant Bhandari was leading the advance. En route, we met no opposition other than at one place where we did speculative fire drill because there was a grove and tanks normally do speculative firing.
Okay.
If there's an enemy, it opens up.
Mm-hmm. It's a big
So
target,
they were about-
after all.
There were about 5 to 6 people after the speculative fire. These people were seen running out.
Okay.
Possibly they were their early warning elements.
Acha, acha.
So we met opposition at Aranghata.
Acha.
Tanks took up position. In this area, southwards movement was not possible much. Only 1,000 yards to the south of the road we could move.
Okay.
and northwards there were lots of groves. So the corridor was about 1,200 yards.
Okay.
So we established contact
Hmm.
with the our Aranghata
Aranghata.
position,
Hmm.
and we were fired upon.
Hmm.
We carried out foot reconnaissance to see the possible crossing places where flotation could take place.
Okay.
Uh, 7 Punjabs, 1 APC moved forward hurriedly
Hmm.
on the road, and it was shot, and we lost that APC.
Acha, acha.
These were Scott APCs.
Scott APCs. Right, right.
A few men, there were some casualties, but we evacuated them.
Hmm.
Now, we did select crossing places, and I asked the medium OP,
Hmm.
medium battery commander was on my tank.
Okay.
I asked him to bring down medium fire so that we could cross over.
Acha, acha.
The medium guns had not fetched up.
These were 5.5-inch guns, right, sir?
Yeah,
Okay.
the guns were out of range. They had not fetched up. Due
Acha.
to some reason, maybe the positions along the main axis were not clear. They were out of range.
Hmm.
So we were left without any RT support.
Okay.
CO 7 Punjab had also come up.
Hmm.
There were 2 companies.
Hmm.
With the second company, he had also come up. He assessed the situation. We could not get any RT support till the nightfall.
Okay.
Then orders were given, and commanding officer 7 Para asked me to fall back, and we all fell back.
Okay.
This roadblock could not take place. It was aborted.
Okay.
Now, we had traveled 30 kilometers one way. We went back the same way.
Acha, acha.
So we did about 60 kilometers.
Hmm.
Just engaged 2 RCLs that were spotted.
Hmm.
Group leader reported 1 Sheffy tank. I went up to see, and I could not locate Sheffy tank.
Acha.
I don't think there was any Sheffy tank, but there were certainly 2 RCLs. They fired at us.
Hmm.
Possibly a company was occupying this position.
Acha.
From their frontage, we could make out possibly a company is holding this area.
Hmm.
So we fell back. 12th afternoon, I reported to the RHQ,
Hmm.
and I was asked to support 19 MLI attack,
Okay.
which was to take place on 13th on general area Shamganj Ferry.
Shamganj. Acha.
Now, it's like this. Shamganj is a village.
Hmm.
Shamganj Ferry is the position which was occupied.
Acha.
Shamganj Ferry is about 500 to 700 yards north of the village.
Okay.
So there was a gap
Hmm.
of 700 to 800 yards between the Shamganj village and the ferry.
Acha.
Shamganj Ferry position was in line with ceremony defenses.
Okay.
Now, this position, we had by now known that this is held by roughly 2 battalions of 107 Brigade.
Okay.
107 Brigade did not fight at Jessore because Commander 107 Brigade felt
Hmm.
if he fights in Jessore, he'll be contained, and he found better place to give a fight is in area Khulna, that is Siramani area.
Hmm.
Siramani area had natural protection. Bhairab River in the east, north Supari plantations,
Hmm.
west a railway line embankment.
Okay.
And in this area,
Hmm.
he deployed his troops.
Okay.
two battalions, that is 6 Punjab and 15 FFR,
Frontier
Frontier
Force.
Force.
Frontier Force.
Whereas he deployed 22 Frontier Force in area Daulatpur village.
Acha.
Now we had known by then that this is going to be a proper
Battle.
defended sector of the brigade.
Okay.
So div attack was planned. First 19 MLI, Colonel Shamsher Singh was the commanding officer. He was to attack Shamganj Ferry, and I was to move with him to support his attack.
Acha.
This area was so thickly wooded, tanks could not move in the Supari plantations.
Acha.
That there was only one track between Bhairab River and the road, that is Jasor Khulna. This was heavily mined,
Okay.
and only a single tank could move on that track.
Acha.
It was just that wide. So I decided that I'll float down Bhairab River from Afra Ferry.
Acha. Acha.
Now, I had one troop with me, my tank, and
Two
two
more
more.
tanks.
Deployment of one or two tanks only. Bigger armor force could not be deployed in this area. So I decided to move myself.
Okay.
I left Lieutenant Bhandari's troop for floating down with 42 Brigade other elements east of Bhairab on orders. Captain Bali Mehta from Charlie Squadron with his troop to move with 42 Brigade balance east of, from west to east, and go behind Shamganj
Acha.
in area Daulatpur. This was their task. Now, these people, they did their movement, and here, with 3 tanks, I was to float down.
Okay.
I floated down with 2 tanks. Third tank somehow was a non-floater.
Acha. Acha.
Possibly it had gone over a mine, or maybe 50 had penetrated,
Acha.
but it was a non-floater. So I floated down with 2 tanks.
Okay. Just two. Acha, acha.
Now the
Including
time
yours.
was,
Including yours.
beg your pardon?
Including your tank.
Yes, I was at my tank and one more tank.
Okay.
I floated down, and 19 MLI was to attack. There was we were only in touch with on radio,
Okay.
because the forested area one could not see the troops movement. And when I reached, I thought I reached ferry side. There was a little opening. PT 76, while afloat, cannot fire. It cannot engage. So I decided to come out on that opening with 2 tanks
Okay.
and find suitable position to support their attack.
Acha.
The communication with CO 19 Para was not there, because when they were in the FUP, as luck would have it, they were under heavy shelling. The CO was wounded, and their tank, his operator was also wounded. So I was not in touch with the commanding officer.
Acha.
The battalion did not press home the attack because they came under very heavy shelling. This operation was abandoned. I did not know. I kept on moving forward and finding suitable location.
Acha.
My tank had moved about 300 to 400 yards ahead, and I was only 500 yards short of the ferry. My second tank, while emerging from Bhairav River, did not emerge at the correct place and it got bogged.
Acha.
So I was having only one tank,
Just yourself.
my own tank.
Acha.
Now, in the afternoon, I could not make out. My tank was fired upon by enemy rocket launcher, and I lost my driver. My tank was disabled, but my gun was functional.
Acha,
Only
acha.
driver was lost. So I tried to evacuate my driver. We could not evacuate him because there was an RTOP close by on some tree.
Acha, acha.
And the moment we'll come out, he'll start firing.
So it's like going for a suicide mission, sir. To be honest.
Yeah, this RT fire will start coming. But we held on. We held on the whole night. At night, Pakistanis have normal Allahu Akbar, Ali, Ali, Ali. The two types of war cries came, and whenever the war cry came, in that direction we opened up with our machine gun. So nobody came near us. But they were war cries 2 or 3 times at night.
Okay.
Next morning, possibly the RTOP also withdrew, the Pakistani OP. Brigadier Gharaya, who was 42 Brigade Commander, he was wounded. And Brigadier Kochar had taken over.
Acha.
I had not met him.
Okay.
He walked up to my tank,
Acha.
all by himself, very tall man, very fair. So I was just wondering, is he a Pakistani
Acha.
or is he own? But his dress was OG, so I could make out he's our own.
Acha.
So he came up to my tank. He said he wanted to see the dispositions of the enemy. So there was cover, and I took him, showed him the dispositions of Shyamganj ferry. He went back.
अच्छा सो आपका टैंक सर
Little
अभी तक
later
तो
in the day,
सर आपका टैंक तो अभी तक फंसा है आई वुड से
we were manning our gun.
अच्छा अच्छा
We were manning our gun. The other tank was
माय गुडनेस
bogged down, but it was manning its gun. It was only 300 to 400 yards behind me.
अच्छा अच्छा
And nobody could come near us because we had plenty of ammunition. Now, this is what happened. Then our commandant, Brigadier Colonel Jambal, he came up to me.
अच्छा अच्छा
So he assessed the situation. We had a little discussion. He asked me, can you go on the other side? The other side, Barakpur side.
ओके
That is cross Bhairav River. I said, yes. From that side, I have drawn no fire. It appears that area is not held.
अच्छा
So he said, fine, you collect 2 tanks from RHQ, that is his own tank and his adjutant tank. I went back. My crews, they held on to their guns,
अच्छा
and they could only be evacuated on 15th. After we captured Shyamganj ferry, they spotted the attack. Also.
till that time they were there My
Yes.
goodness. Okay and
I collected
this
these
was on
tanks.
which date sir I mean when you got stuck here
Yeah.
this was on
The
which
gun
date
was okay, the turret was functional, nothing was wrong. Only the driver had died and his dead body was there.
okay but I'm asking which date was this sir
This is 13th.
13th okay दो दिन
13th.
तक I would say 2 दिन
Okay, 14th, I went back during daytime.
okay
Collected 2 tanks from RHQ
अच्छा
and again came back with 2 tanks. And as I had discussed with my commandant, next morning, 1 Jack rifle was to attack.
okay
1 Jack rifle under Colonel Kapoor. I was in through to him on radio net only.
okay
We tied up everything. My two tanks, T-55s, were on the roadside under Captain Gupta. They were in a position to support Shamganj ferry. This tank which was hit, it was also in a position to support Shamganj ferry. I had floated down and I came exactly at right angle to the one Jack rifle's attack.
Okay.
That means just in line with the dispositions of Shamganj ferry, and they were visible to me very clearly. River Bhairab is about 250 to 300 meters wide.
Okay.
There was no RCL gun this side. So nobody fired at me. My positions were concealed and I could engage them very well. When the attack commenced, we were in a position to destroy 4 enemy bunkers. The bunkers were not pakka.
Okay.
They were kacha bunkers, but they were sticking out. They were sticking out. So one could engage. It appears the position was occupied by these troops, but they did not have very sufficient time to occupy it.
Okay.
The communication trenches were not there. So when I engaged these bunkers, their troops ran out and we could engage them with MMG fire. In this, I think about 10 to 12 Pakistani soldiers fell.
Okay.
We engaged them from those 2 tanks. There was a clock tower which was occupied by RTOP. This clock tower was in area Siramani Road.
Acha.
Now this clock tower, I must have fired about 12 to 13 rounds.
Tank fire.
Yeah, then the RTOP ran down and we shot him.
Okay.
So we neutralized RTOP also. Now the attack of one Jack, when they broke cover from the supari trees, they pressed home the attack. Attack was successful because Pakistanis gave up. So after some time, they started organizing. The battalion carries out a reorganization drill. While there were reorganization, troops from Daulatpur were moving up in assault formation.
Acha.
Possibly these were the troops of 22 FFR. They wanted to retake this area. I could see them because they were right in the open, and with 2 tanks firing at close range on them, we beat back that attack.
Acha.
They did not press home the attack. One Jack rifle reorganized, secured this objective properly. Now, time was 3:30 or 4 on 15th December. Okay. I had expanded my ammunition. Both tanks, other than MMG ammunition, all ammunition was expanded.
Dry.
We floated back. While floating in towards Bharatpur, I was under RT fire, but luckily they had no airburst shells.
Acha.
So the shells fell in the water, didn't do any damage. In PT-76, we had modified these tanks. The commander could not close the cupola. Commanders had to fight, open up cupola, because we included gunner in addition to the normal 3 crew cranks.
Okay.
So there was a driver, loader, gunner and commander. Commander was always sticking out and cupola could not be closed. Luckily, there was no air burst. So nothing happened to us. We carried out the flotation.
Okay.
Even on the way back, again they fired. The guns fired. but nothing happened to us because there were no air bursts. When I reached back in the general area north of Shamganj Ferry, the Commandant Colonel Jamwal, the brigade commander Brigadier Sandhu, and the GOC General Dalbir Singh, they met me and they were quite pleased with this operation and they congratulated me. And I was assigned the next task. I was asked by Commandant to get 2 more tanks from Sea Squadron under Risalath Chakravarti. They were to come under my command. And my tank, which was a non-floater, that was also to move up.
Acha.
And mines on this track were removed by engineers.
Okay.
By night 15th, 16th, all this thing happened. I got hold of 5 tanks. This is night 15th, 16th.
Okay. Okay.
We advanced. 4th Sikh was tasked, 350 Brigade. 1 Jack rifle had captured this area, Shamganj Ferry. 4th Sikh passed through this captured area and developed operations from east to west
Okay.
onto Siramani.
Acha.
And they attacked in company echelons. That means 1 company first, then 2nd company.
Okay.
They had cleared certain areas.
Acha.
My task was to establish a roadblock behind Siramani, between Daulatpur and Siramani,
Acha.
with 2 companies of 4 Sikh. These 2 companies were under command of their 2IC, Major Bal, NPS Bal,
Okay.
normally called Nishi Bal. So Nishi Bal was on my tank. Next morning, the track was cleared of mines. I got my 5 tanks. Risaldar Chakravarti, I asked him to lead, and we went for roadblock. As we crossed the Shamganj Ferry position, the tanks wheeled right
Acha.
towards the railway line. Risaldar Chakravarti drew some fire. He had his 2 tanks of his own, and my non-floater tank was also with him.
Okay.
He had a troop of 3 tanks. He charged through the defensive position of the enemy. It's a platoon position. And he hit the railway line.
Acha.
I was following him with 2 tanks. While he was moving, 1 RCL gun opened up on him and my gunner spotted it. And he achieved first round hit because I was static.
Got
We
it.
took up position. I was on the eastern side of road and Chakravarti's 3 tanks were between road and railway line. We established the block with 2 companies of 4 Sikh.
Acha.
This was the situation. En route, I met Colonel Nair of 13 Colonel Nair of 13 Dogras.
Acha. Acha. Acha.
13 Dogra was to attack. So he told me his attack plan.
Okay.
So I was also in a position to support his attack.
Acha.
My 2 tanks, that is T-55 tanks, were supporting his attack from north to south, and I was supporting his attack from south to north.
Okay.
And he was attacking from east to west. 13 Dogras captured that area.
And
in
as
this
far as I know,
attack,
sir, there had been a
we-
lot of casualties of the Indian infantry as well.
Yeah, there were a lot of casualties Jack suffered casualties. Douglas also suffered casualties because in attack, infantry does suffer casualties. But we suffered no tank casualty here.
Okay.
Okay. Now the attack was successful. The commanding officer came up and he asked me that next morning I was to uh, move up to Khulna.
Khulna, finally, Khulna, I would say.
Okay, on the main road because there was no opposition left. There was really no opposition left. And we were to take surrender. And my task was to secure surrender site at Khulna. It was at Khulna Maidan.
Circuit house area,
On
right?
17th morning,
Mm-hmm.
with 5 tanks
Mm-hmm.
and 4 Sikh,
Acha.
these 2 companies, we moved to Khulna Maidan site and we secured this area. Thereafter, on 17th, surrender ceremony took place.
I think in the
And
morning itself,
Pakistani-
right, sir?
They surrendered to us.
Right.
This was the operation overall. And in this, I have already sent you the number of casualties we suffered and the number of casualties Pakistani suffered.
as well.
I only know about my own casualties.
Mm-hmm.
The infantry suffered casualties. It's not known to me. But I suffered in this attack only 1 casualty in my squadron, and that was my driver.
Driver.
That's all. And 1 tank lost. 1 ton was coming up, that was lost. The other details I've already sent you.
So this is, I would say, the Bangladesh operations. So
Now, this is what happened in Shiramani.
Shiramani.
After the surrender, we all formed up and we stayed there for a day or 2 days and we were put in trains and Alpha Squadron and B Squadron were to move to Suratgarh immediately.
Immediately, okay.
Yeah, we boarded the trains and on red hot priority, we reached Suratgarh
Acha.
in the Western Theatre. The rest of the regiment followed and they linked up. They came in the subsequent trains.
Okay. Wonderful. That's the Bangladesh operation.
Now, this
I would
was
say.
action, total action. Is there anything I can answer?
Yes, sir. I would like to have a brief, what I can say, brief record of what you did after the Bangladesh operations till your retirement, sir.
You see, as I told you, I was posted as DS JC Wing in the College of Combat. After 6 or 7 days at Suratgarh, we got orders to move back to the College of Combat, Mao,
Acha.
and the courses were to commence. Soon after that, Staff College course was to begin.
Wellington.
Wellington, I was detailed to attend the Staff College course. I went there.
Acha.
After the course, some of us were asked to transfer to infantry,
Acha.
and most of, about 4 of us who were from other arms, all directing staffs in the JC wing.
Acha.
We had learned some tactics, and I had earlier on commanded a company of scouts in Ladakh.
Acha. Acha. Acha.
Yes, I had volunteered to command a company earlier on. I was major at that time, commanded a company of scouts, came back to my regiment. I was appointed squadron commander. Then a person senior to me came. I dropped and became adjutant. And thereafter, I went to JC Wing as major again.
Acha. Acha.
This is what happened. Now, after Staff College, since I had already volunteered to 13 Mahar, I was posted to 13 Mahar.
Acha.
It was in Sikkim. For 7 months, I was officiating CO of the battalion. Then a commanding officer reported. He was posted. I became the 2IC. And thereafter, we moved to Almora and I took over the same battalion.
Acha.
Commanded that battalion, uh, went to regimental center as deputy commander of the center,
Acha, acha. Mahar Regimental Center.
Mahar Regiment.
Acha.
Thereafter, I was posted in under General Sundarji as Colonel GS operations, and we handled Blue Star and Woodrose. We handled that, and thereafter I moved out on promotion and commanded 104 Infantry Brigade at Tangdhar.
Tangdhar. Okay.
Yes.
That was your last appointment, I would say.
No, that was not the last appointment. Then I came back.
Acha, acha.
I took over as Brigadier General Staff Operations in Eastern Command, Calcutta.
Acha. Acha, acha.
Spent 2 years there. Went to Jalandhar Saberia as Saberia Commander.
Okay.
After that, I spent 2 years at Mao as Brigadier General Staff Operations, Infantry School this
Infantry
time.
School.
And from there, I retired in 94.
I mean, I would say like you have seen the most of combat as an armored corps officer, but you studied a lot regarding the infantry, I would say.
I had I think my tenure was balanced.
Right.
I spent first 10 years in Armored Corps, then next about 10 years at various levels. In infantry, commanded an infantry battalion for 3.5 years. Did my proper staff appointments.
Right.
Commanded a brigade, commanded Saberia, and commanded and again staff on as school as BGS of school.
Right.
So I had a mixed tenure of both arms.
Wonderful, sir. Wonderful.
No, quite 4 or 5 of us transferred to infantry because there was at that time there was shortage of commanding officers, and there was surplus elements in Armored Corps.
Right.
So the field marshal had come to Mao. He gave us a talk and he wanted some people to transfer, and 4 of us transferred from other arms.
Okay.
That was the time.
It's a real pleasure to talk to you, sir. Real pleasure. And thank you so much
Thank
for
you very
taking the
much.
time out to come and speak about 71. Because it's going to be a pretty lost bit of information as far as I see in Bangladesh, I would say. So this thing has to be recorded and put up to be there as long as possible.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the thing, sir.
Okay.
Okay then, sir.
Good day.
Good day to you, and we'll speak again.
Okay.
Okay, sir.